Hey everybody, it's me, Eric Comley, Garrett County 4-H Youth Development Agent, and this is another episode or segment and another season of On the Ground. You know, I started doing On the Ground, almost a year ago. I think the first one was March 13th. And, I did 55 different flowers over that time and really enjoyed every segment that I got to come out and do and see some of the most incredible plants, flowers that we have across the state of Kentucky. So I feel fortunate that I've had people watch. Thank you all for, I've gotten a lot of compliments, and I really appreciate everybody reaching out and saying how much they enjoyed the series. And I hope that I can continue to live up to the excellence whatever it is that I might be doing, okay? So the plant I want to talk about today is this little flower that's right here. This little flower right here is called Snow Trillium. It is in the family Liliaceae, okay? So it's in the lily family. And the Snow Trillium is obviously one of our earliest spring wildflowers. I actually came earlier this week with Patrick Allen, the Scott County 4-H agent, and we took some pictures and did some video and stuff of it. But I wanted to come back and show you all this beautiful little flower, and it is little. So this is my thumb, and it's not any bigger than the end of my thumb. So Trillium, there's several different species of Trillium in Kentucky, and they will come out all through the spring. And of course, this one is no different. So let me tell you a little bit about, first of all, the etymology. So the scientific name for this one is Trillium nivale, or Nivale. So, and it's Trillium, T-R-I, and 3. So you can see the 3, what we would call petals, and then the 3 leaves back here. And we'll talk a little bit more about that as well. The other thing, lium, means it's kind of a funnel-shaped flower. So it looks like a lily, so lium, the second part of that genera name or genus name, comes from that. And then the species name, nivale, actually comes from a Latin word, nivalis, which means snow or winter. So, Snow Trillium. Now the cool thing about this plant is that, number one, we are basically the southernmost terminus of it. Now, if you go to the east to Virginia, you'll see it in Virginia as well, but that's as far south as it goes. And to my knowledge, now, once again, I don't have a lot of it, but to my knowledge, I think it's only found in 2 counties in the state of Kentucky, but there may actually be more, and that's something you can check on the Office of Kentucky Nature Reserve site to see what counties have actually listed this plant. So Snow Trillium, it's found from, like I said, Kentucky all the way up to like Pennsylvania, and then if you go west, I think it's over to Minnesota, and then some of the states as you trail down into the Midwest there, but not too far past like Iowa and Missouri and some of those states. Really just a beautiful plant, and it's always this white color like this. And let me tell you, let's see, this is about the time that you're going to see it in full bloom. So what you're seeing right now, this is as big as it's going to get. This is as much full bloom as it's going to get. And so really kind of that early part of March. You may sometimes see it at the end of February, and sometimes all the way up into the first part of April, but not generally much more than that. Edible, human uses, I don't know that you can eat the berry, and I definitely don't want to put the information out there that you can, so I would refrain from eating any berries off of any Trillium, but especially this one because it's so rare in Kentucky. It's so as far as medicinal uses, I can't think of anything there. So let's talk a little bit about the plant itself. So the root system for this one is rhizomatous, all right, which means it is born of a rhizome, an underground rhizome, and then it sends up this stem here. It's not really a stem, but it sends up this stem out of the ground, and then you have the floral structure that you see there with what are bracts, and not necessarily the leaves that you see around it. Okay, so these are actually bracts. Now they operate the same way as a leaf would. You know, they have you know, they operate via photosynthesis and all those kinds of cool things. But you know, some of the other, you can see the bright yellow internal yellow structures there of the flower. You can also see that, and I don't know if you can see this one, but behind here you see that the flower comes off on a little stalk. And that little stalk, there's trilliums are come in really two different groups. One, they are called the Sessile Trilliums, which means that they fit right up against the bract. So if this was a sessile, one of the Sessile Trilliums, the flower would actually lay directly against the bracts there. This one, though, is in another group, which are called the Pedestal or Pedestal Trilliums, and these actually have this stalk that comes out. And that's, you know, we'll see that on like Nodding Trillium or large flower Trillium. Some of the larger trilliums generally will have that as well, but we do have a few sessiles here. I think Trillium recurvatum down in the western part of the state, and then Trillium Sessile Trillium here in the eastern part of the state are a couple of examples of those Sessile Trillium. So really just a beautiful plant. I wanted to take the time to let you all see this one. Rare in Kentucky, so if you do find one, and I'll take a few more detailed photographs of it, but if you do see one, please make sure that you let the Office of Kentucky Nature Preserves know that you've seen it so that they can document the populations of those, and they can come out and check and make sure and see if we do have a healthy population of these. When you find these, you're not going to find many. In this particular population I'm looking at right now, I think there's 13, so there's not many, and they love this kind of habitat, this limestoney type of habitat that you see here. All of these that I see right now are growing on these mossy rocks or in this very limestone soil. So thank you all so much for watching this one and watching the others. And if you haven't, you're more than welcome to go back and take a look. You can find some of them on YouTube, and then you can find some of the others on the Garrard County 4-H Facebook page. And so that's Garrard County, Garrard County Facebook, 4-H, and Garrard County 4-H. And so thank you all so much for watching. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me at Eric, ERIC.Comley, COMLEY, @uky.edu. And thanks again. I sure do appreciate it. This is Eric Comley, Garrard County 4-H Youth Development Agent, and this is On the Ground.